This is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing, and I just wanted to get on and talk to everyone about what I have been experiencing with this Mercury retrograde, and maybe you need to hear this too. So, if you are new to my channel, I welcome you. Thank you to all of my new subscribers who have been joining in, and Vibe Tribe, you know I love you something serious. And yeah, if this resonates with you, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, drop me a comment, let me know how it resonates with you. So, yesterday was a day full of triggers, okay? Full of triggers. Um, Honestly, I can't remember the last time that a Mercury retrograde has honestly hit me so hard, and I just thank Brooke from Empress of Duality for helping me through a lot of the stuff that I've went through yesterday, because it started from the moment I woke up. And so I'm just gonna kind of give a little bit of a backstory of just how uh, eventful my day was and what I actually took from it. And maybe you're going through something similar, or uh, maybe you're learning similar lessons. Okay. So, as many of you know and have been following me for quite some time, I've been doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of work in order to get over my self-limiting beliefs and really getting in touch with myself and allowing myself to break free of the old patterns and um, ways of looking at myself and believing in myself, right? So as soon as I woke up yesterday, good morning, Michelle. As soon as I woke up yesterday, um, I immediately woke up to a friend calling me about a friend that had actually just kind of went missing, and she's fine. Like, don't worry about her. She's good. But I had a friend call because she was concerned about a mutual friend that just kind of started acting out of character. Like, um, she had talked to her yesterday morning around 7 a.m. and she she's been at the same job for 10 years and has never missed a day. Good morning, Christina G. But didn't show up for work. And you know, it was just very out of character for her, and her phone was off, no one could get in touch with her. So she was a lot of us were getting scared because, listen, in my hometown of Charleston, South Carolina, a lot of people are going missing. Sex trafficking and abduction has been a really big issue. Good morning, Rebecca. And so it caused a lot of concern because it was just like she disappeared into thin air. Her car wasn't home, no one was home. No one could get in touch with her, and so that started off my morning at like 7:30. And so yeah, it was a really weird way to start the day. Thankfully it didn't take very long for um, her to be found, which she ended up having to go to her son's school to meet with the teacher, or whatever the case may be. But it immediately started this this feeling of what the fuck is happening, right? And then uh, recently relocated to North Carolina, and I need to get my new driver's license and all that stuff. And I have all these trips coming up in March and April that I need to get um, my paperwork in order to travel. And I've been procrastinating. This is another lesson that I've been dealing with a lot lately, like just finding the motivation and feeling a real, what's the word I'm looking for? Motivation has been lacking the last like week or so. And especially when it comes to creative endeavors. And I really had to challenge myself and ask myself, why am I resisting? I know that there are things that I need to do, things I need to get done when it comes to this class that I want to hold, the deck that I want to create, and all these things that I know Spirit has been leading me up to. And I've just been resisting. And I finally had to check myself and be like, why am I resisting so much? And a lot of it was due to failure, like fear of failure. And it's like, if I'm putting all this effort into something, what if it doesn't happen? What if it doesn't turn out the way that I expect? Expectations are a bitch right now. So I really ask you to challenge yourself. If you feel like you are stagnant or lacking creativity, lacking motivation, really ask yourself, why are you resisting? Because I feel like Spirit has really been asking us to step up to the plate and do things that are a little outside of our comfort zone, and really challenging the, well, who am I, right? Why is my story going to make a difference? Why is this project so important? These kind of things. And it doesn't really matter what we perceive those projects or things that we feel. What's the point? What's the purpose? Because in the long run, the purpose and the mission behind what we're being asked to do always ends up becoming clear in the long run, right? We might not see it now, but it does come up later. And so that's something that I've been noticing in the last week. But yesterday was one of the biggest trigger days I've had in a while. So I'm sitting here getting all my information, my paperwork, and everything I need for the DMV. And I just started feeling really frustrated. And I'm not like that anymore. I've really come to this point of being calm, collected. I can't remember the last time I felt so agitated. And I even asked myself, maybe this isn't the day that I should be doing this. But I didn't listen. Again, I'm human, guys. I did not listen to my intuition. And again, Spirit always, the one best way for us to learn is through experience. And so when we start going through these things that really upset our energy or really make us go within, right? We learn these lessons through experience. And sometimes it can be really uncomfortable when it comes to reprogramming the deep-seated belief systems, right? And if we don't consciously take the time to go within, they start putting us through experiences to really drive the point home. You know what I'm saying? So I start feeling really frustrated. I'm getting my stuff together. I'm questioning, even if, should I be doing this? Maybe today's not the day. But then again, I was like, I've been resisting. I've been procrastinating. I just need to get it done. So I push myself through it. And I get to the DMV, which was a totally different experience in itself. And I'm sitting there waiting, and there's only two, you know, public workers there. And one was on their lunch break and came in while I was waiting. And I noticed, like, where I'm from, you walk in the door of a business, it doesn't matter if, whatever the case may be. If you see people waiting, you say, hey, how are you? How's your day? Blah, blah, blah. Nice to see you. Be with you in a minute. None of that. She walked to the door just looking like she was having a bad day, but didn't think too much about it. So I go in, or she goes in the door, and my number's called. I go in there, and it wasn't even, again, how are you? What can I help you with today? It was straight, what are we doing today? And it's like, well, just relocated to the area and need a new license. And okay, well, let's start with your driver's license, social, birth certificate, all that stuff. And unfortunately, with us being in this move, a lot of my stuff still in storage, piled high, don't even know where the boxes are. But I was able to find a copy of my old social security card with my maiden name on it. Well, apparently that wasn't good enough. And basically, the moral of the story was no matter what I said, no matter what I had or did, it was wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. And I mean, I just felt like she was judging the shit out of me. And honestly, I can't remember the last time feeling so judged by someone um, that I've never met before. And then she started bringing up my marriage, like, or my failed marriage. When it came to the point of my name change, she was like, which I didn't even know this was a thing. I did not realize that when you get divorced, that if you do not ask for you to go back to your main name during the divorce process, that you can't change your name back afterwards, right? So, um, she brought that up, and it was like, and listen, she has no idea what I've been through or my story. And when she realized that my name didn't match my paperwork or whatever the case may be, she was like, well, I'm just assuming that you're not going back to your maiden name because you didn't do that through the divorce process. And I mean, she was being real snooty, guys. And I just started getting really emotional, like really emotional, and I couldn't figure out why. But again, me being me, I was just like, well, thank you for all your help, have a good day. And I get in the car and I was just like, what happened? And I'm starting to get emotional because it's bringing up stuff from my divorce, and it really took me back to the way that my ex used to treat me, like not even being able to do a simple task or whatever the case may be. I was questioned, I was put down, and it really brought up a lot of that stuff for me where I'm not good enough. I should have known better. I should have done this. I should have had that. And it really brought up a lot of emotional stuff for me, okay? Like, and I can't remember the last time that I really felt that way, where I felt dumb. I felt like really in my feels of why couldn't I do better? Why did I not see this coming? Um why am I feeling so less than, right? And it was just one of those moments where I started like tearing up. I had to call my mom, like, I need emotional support right now. Um, I'm not even sure what to think about this. And I mean, my whole day was off. Like, I misjudged one of my appointments yesterday, thought it was 2 hours before it really was. And so I'm setting up, and all of this was happened right before I was trying to go on for a regression session. And which I probably, and I ended up having to reschedule and question because the stuff that was coming up, like, it was so hard on me emotionally and physically. Even my physical body was having a hard time absorbing what old belief systems that I thought I had already worked through, and they were all coming up. It was just this emotional purge of all the times that I have been told I wasn't good enough, I couldn't do things right, I wasn't capable, or whatever the case may be. And I was starting to get emotionally attached to these patterns again, and I really had to challenge those thoughts. but I also needed help. I needed, that support getting through this. And that's not even the end of it. So when I realized that my appointment wasn't till 2.5 hours later, I had, lit my sage. I barely lit it. And, I sat there for like 30 minutes, thought it had gone out. And when I realized what time my appointment actually was, then I came outside for a break just to kind of reground myself, whatever the case may be. And I'm sitting out here and my stepdad comes out and he's like, I think your sage has lit something on fire. The whole house is full of smoke. And I run in here and my sage had relit itself, like to the point it burned my whole sage bundle um, down to nothing. There's nothing left. It even relit the Palo, which I didn't even light in the first place. And my poor dog is sitting in my room filled with smoke, sneezing, and we ended up having to air the whole thing out. And I just broke. I was like, oh my God, what is happening? So, of course, what do? I call Brooke. I text Brooke, like, listen, if you have the emotional capacity to help me, like, I really need help with this. So I ended up getting on the phone with Brooke and talking through it, and she's so right. It's all these old belief patterns that are coming up about the way that I used to view myself and the way that I have given my power away, allowing other people to tell me who I am, what I am, how I should be. And I accepted it for so long as my truth that I forgot to decipher what's being projected onto me and what do I actually believe about myself. So then I had to go back to, what do I believe about myself? I'm a powerful spirit in a human form, and I am strictly human. I am not perfect, and I need to quit putting these expectations on myself to be someone who never fucks up, never makes a mistake, and knows everything and can do everything, right? That's unrealistic. And I used to be that hard on myself because I figured if I was perfect, if I could just do things right, if I could just be what everyone needs me to be, then I won't be abandoned. I won't be rejected, right? I won't give anyone a reason to turn me away or to judge me, right? And I really had to challenge all these old belief systems that caused my heart, my body, my mind, my soul great disservice and great harm. And these are the things that I feel like a lot of people are going through, regardless of the details. It's these old belief systems that are telling you you're not enough. You're not capable. Can you handle the responsibility? Are you willing to step up to the plate, regardless of the resistance that you meet? Right. And this is really where we have to push through that fear, push through the pain, and know when to take a rest. Know when to take a step back and just love on yourself and remember who you are on a deep, deep level, right? Just because, and I mean, like, I had to really think about how far has this gone back? My earliest memory of being rejected or judged was first grade. I have been bullied my entire life. I have severe abandonment issues, severe trust issues, or had, I shouldn't say have, I had. And I'm still working through it, still working through it. But even when you think that you've moved past these things, the universe has a way of bringing it up to really test you of, are you over it? Are you through it? Have you moved past these things that used to hold you down and take your power, to take your pride, right? And now they're asking us to fully encompass the things that we have learned about ourselves, the truth of who we really are, and giving us the opportunity to step into that light, to step into that new storyline of you are enough, you are powerful enough, you are capable enough, you are beautiful enough. And anything that is going to leave your life, like a lot of people have been reaching out about holding on to things that are switching up and going into over worry mode and all these things. And listen, I want everyone to know, like, whatever God is trying to take out of your life or trying to transition you out of, it's for a reason, right? I even had an old friend from like my old life that was questioning faith and questioning God. And I was like, listen, it might not make sense now, but there's always a lesson, and the lesson might not be clear at this moment, but it will be. And he said, well, what lesson is there in my wife lying to me and taking my child from me? And I just couldn't even respond because I've been there. I've been there, but I know when someone's not ready to hear the truth. When you're so stuck in the victim mentality and you're so immersed in the pain, you can't see the truth. You can't see the light in the situation. And it's really hard to have faith when you're in so much pain, right? But that's the one thing that I'm so blessed for and so thankful for is the fact that my faith is so strong and my ability to lean on my friends, my tribe, my spirit guides and my team and know that they are never going to take something from me that was not meant for that was meant for me, right? Anything that comes in and out of my life was meant to be that way. And I fully trust that because there were things in my life that I so desperately tried to hold on to that created more chaos, more pain in my life, and ended up making me lose myself because I was trying to resist God's plan. So, really challenge yourselves, guys. And if you need help, don't be afraid to ask for support. Don't be afraid to lean on your soul tribe and your family and the people that you trust. And more than anything, trust yourself, trust your intuition, and allow things to unfold as they should because, you know, a lot of this fear, a lot of the belief systems of am I ready? Am I capable? Am I enough? Um, do I have the strength to really show up? All of these things are coming up for a reason in order for you to challenge yourself and challenge your perception of just how fucking strong you are. So that's what I have for you this morning. We are in this together, guys. I'm sorry, I haven't been reading the comments. Oh, hey Barb. Hey guys, Tanya, Diana. Yes, good morning, everyone. I love y'all so much. But yeah, guys, so I just wanted to bring some beautiful nature, beautiful mountains to all of you this morning. It's cold, but it's the sun's shining and it's not raining, so I'm thankful for that today. Yesterday it started snowing. Um, and now it's beautiful today. But yeah, guys, take care of yourselves. Understand that if any of you are feeling these things, especially when it comes to creative projects, new directions in life, new relationships, or relationships that are coming to a close, all of this and everything that you're telling yourself about your capability or your worth, if it don't feel good, and if it doesn't feel in alignment and it's making you go deeper down into the rabbit hole, pull yourselves out. If you need help doing that, don't be afraid to reach out for help, because that's what people like me, Brooke, Danny, Kara, Ellie, all of us are in this together, guys. Um, and we just want you to know that you're not alone. And there's so many of us that are going through the same purge, and it's going to be okay. So if you're looking for a sign that it's going to be okay, here's your sign. Because listen, I ended up taking a 2 hour nap. I completely crashed after that purge yesterday. And I slept so hard, but obviously I needed to clear, because that's why my sage relit itself. Um, to the point of burning it all the way down, because that belief system, that belief that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I can't do anything right, all of those things needed to be let go yesterday. And I just thank God for my soul family, my brothers and my sisters, and my spiritual team that always has my back and allows me to rise up every single time to do better, not for just myself, but for everyone that I help in this world. And I appreciate all of you for showing up for yourselves and showing up for me. Yeah. So, yeah. Hey, Xavier. Um, yeah. So I really hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I love you too. And just take care of yourselves. And if you need anything from me or from Tribe, don't be afraid to reach out. You're not in this alone. And I love you. Bye.